Guys, so today we shall be looking at the documents you need to see before purchasing a land. And our case study here is Cameroon, as all of us know. I don't know how it applies probably in neighboring countries or in Europe or America, but we are talking specifically about Cameroon. So, many young Cameroonians, both home and abroad, would obviously like to invest in real estate, and they want to do that on a piece of land that is void of dispute. So the questions we'll be answering, it's what are the documents or document I'll need to see before purchasing a piece of land? That's the question that we shall be helping you answer. So in the old approach, clients used to just focus on probably seeing a photocopy or a copy of the land title or even a sales certificate. Some people don't even mind if the land is titled or not, and then they go ahead and purchase. Purchasing land using this method, you will obviously run into trouble. There are some risks that you're running. The family might later come up with disputes, or the government may want to carry out a project, and then you might not be compensated just because the land is not titled. So purchasing land using the old approach is very risky. And now, the new approach, the clients emphasize on the following documents. You have, you obviously see the land title, you have the protocol d'accord, you have the ownership document. Now, let this serve as an eye opener. You see, in the new approach, sorry, let me elaborate a bit on the new approach. In the new approach, when you've checked on these three documents, the land title, the protocol d'accord, and the ownership document, you can be backed by the law after purchase. Like if you purchase the piece of land, after if there's any conflict, the law will back you. If the government has to carry out any project, your money will be refunded. And we know that when we purchase land, automatically it starts appreciating. So you might even have more compensation. So now let's go into details. Let's see land title. You always make sure all the signatories are still alive. In All the signatories are still alive, and all of them are in one accord in order for them to sign the verbal procedures, the PVs. If, for instance, you have two signatories on a piece of on a land title, sorry, and then one of them is not in agreement or is not for the fact that that piece of land should be sold, please don't buy. Don't buy. Just look for another means elsewhere. Because if the both of them are not in one accord and you end up buying, you will run into trouble. You will not be backed by the law. So in case where the signatory or one of the signatories is dead, you ask for what they call in French mutation or ownership, transfer of ownership. Yes, when somebody or one of the signatories are dead, there is a procedure here called mutation where procedures are put in place for when necessary documents are put in place for transfer of ownership to the heir or to the person that is to inherit the property. Yeah, so when the person does that, you can purchase the land. So yeah, you have a copy of a land title. This is what the interior of a land title looks like. It's just a page. Yeah, I highlighted the name for confidentiality purpose. And then secondly, you have ownership certificate. This is a document which truly attests that the said piece of land actually belongs to the individual which bears the name. Like the name on the ownership certificate should correspond with the name on the land title. Yes, if you do an ownership certificate, the ownership certificate is obviously done by the seller. If the seller produces an ownership certificate and you see a contrasting difference between the name, then don't buy. Don't buy. So here's an example of the ownership document. In French, it's called Certificat de Propriété. So personal details highlighted for confidentiality purpose. Yes, this is how a certificate de propriété looks like. And then the third document you should ask is a protocol d'accord. So many of us, we purchase landed properties. We don't purchase them directly from the actual owners or the actual signatories of the land title. We purchase them from financier. Financier are people who help a family to finance their land title. Like if they don't have money to go ahead to carry on the procedures of obtaining a land title, a financier steps in, fuels it with money, and then the land title comes out, and the financier in turn is compensated with a piece of land based on their agreement. And now the financier has the right, of course, to sell his or her own portion that was allocated to by the actual owners. So if you want to purchase from a financier, it's good that you ask for a protocol d'accord. This document will help you in the future in case the family comes around or comes back to say, okay, we don't know you, we don't know this guy. This document will back you up because the actual owners will sign and then the financier will also sign. So it is an agreement between the financier and the actual owner stating that they give the right to the financier to sell his own parcel of land from the general land title. So this is a copy of protocol d'accord between the the sellers, between the owners, sorry, between the actual owners and the financier. So this is what the protocol d'accord looks like. Signatures and names highlighted for confidentiality purposes. So the key things to note here, the key documents to note here, we have the land title. You should make sure that all the signatories are in one accord, like they are willing to sell. If one refrains, please don't buy. Secondly, we have ownership document, which is called in French certificat de propriété. Yes, and you make sure that the name on the certificate de propriété, when produced, corresponds to the name on the land title. And then thirdly, we have a protocol d'accord, which is an agreement between a financier, someone who help finance the land title, and the actual owners of the said piece of land. So with this document, in case the owners want to bring problems tomorrow, you will not have any problem. So when purchasing a land, you ask for a land title, you ask for a certificate de propriété, and you ask for a protocol d'accord. So if you found this very interesting, why not you log into www.pastates.net, and then you will have a full insight knowledge on land and real estate banking. And this will help you. The aim is to help you build a seven-figure property portfolio. Thank you very much. Please make sure you share. It might help one or two Cameroonians out there. Thank you.